Good morning, seekers of global treats. Today I managed to get outside of Sheffield. I took a bus to the tiny little town or village of Castleton. I've not eaten anything yet and I'm about to go on a 4-hour walk up Mam Tor and around that area. But I'm trying to find something to eat, but everything's closed and the only things that are open are like really expensive. So I'm just going to have another look around, see if I can find a shop or something. Can I have one of the sausage rolls and the cheese and Branston pork pie as well, please? Do you do coffee? Oh, you do coffees.
Cheese and Branston pork pie?
Yeah, please, yeah. And sausage roll as well. And I'll have a black coffee as well, please.
Hot chocolate?
Black coffee.
Oh, black coffee, sorry. Any sugar?
No, just black's fine, thank you. Coffee's not bad actually. So this is the main street in Castleton. You can see one or two pubs, a few shops. Nothing appears to be open at the minute. Okay, so the Bull's Head there, which has outside area for dining and drinks. And I've just had a look at the back. It's big outside area. There's not that many people here. In fact, there's nobody here. Fresh donuts. Got the donut machine as well. Not open. Yeah, so I might actually enjoy my first pub beer in about 6 months in there later on. Alright. Let's see if I can find somewhere to just sit and enjoy my coffee before I go on this trek. Would you look at that? Actually quite surprised how quiet it is today in Castleton. I expected on a nice day like this there would be quite a few people around. Maybe I might see a few more people once I actually get out onto the walk. There's the church. I just heard the bells. I think that was signifying that it's 11 o'clock, I think. That's the one. So just up there you can see the castle. Peveril Castle, I think it's called. There are a few people up there. Not sure whether to go up there or not, because I know it's about £7 to get in, and there's not much there apart from what you can actually see. It does offer great views apparently, but I am going to be climbing up Mam Tor, so I think that will take care of the views. So anyway, I'm going to sit and drink this coffee. And then I'm going to find the start of this walk that I'm on. About 3 or 4 hours today, I think. So should get me back into the village at around 3-4 o'clock, which will be just about the right time to grab my first pint in 6 months. So I was recently watching a film that was made in the 70s called The Living Dead at Manchester Morgue, and in that film one of the scenes was inside a shop, and they came outside the shop, came down some stairs, and I recognised the street. I thought, that looks like Castleton. So I did some research, and it is this street. This is where they filmed some of The Living Dead at Manchester Morgue, and they're inside the shop, so I'm going to go in and have a look. Okay, so that's the entrance for the Peveril Castle, which doesn't look like you can go up there without paying to get in, so you can't just go up and stand outside it or anything, and it's about £7 odd. So right, just down here, Castleton Fish and Chips. Open a great deal. Right, apparently this is going to bring me out onto some little bridge. Nice quaint little houses. This is the first time I've been outside Sheffield in about 6 months. What's this here? Books for sale. Hey.
Is that GPS then?
It's not GPS, it's a GoPro. It's like a camera.
Oh, it's a camera?
Yeah, it takes videos.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not live, it doesn't stream like live onto the internet. But
So is it on now?
it's recording now, yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just having
How
a
long
walk
does
through.
it record for then?
Batteries last about an hour.
Oh, right.
Want to say hello?
Right, yeah. What sort of money is that then?
This cost about 350 quid.
And it's but an hour's recording.
Yeah, but I've got backup
And
batteries.
you could always zip it over to your computer.
Yeah, yeah, so it literally, there's a little card in it, you take that out, put it in your computer and
then
transfer
you
it
can
across.
edit it, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
And I put them up on YouTube and stuff, so
And it's good quality.
yeah, it's really good quality, yeah. Is this your shop?
Yeah.
Mind if I have a
No, you
hold
can,
on?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
cheers. Pretty quiet today,
Actually, midweek's better than weekend.
is it?
Weekend's full of people, but they're walking, they're not really interested in the shop.
Yeah.
Now, midweek, some people actually come specially for the shop.
All right, okay.
So it's the opposite of what it was 30 years ago.
Yeah, yeah,
We were busy 30 years ago at weekends,
yeah, yeah.
and some shops only run at weekends.
Right,
In
okay.
actual fact, this sort of stuff, it's weekend, which is good because they go buying at weekends.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it's actually an improvement of the less work. 30 years ago, when you were busy buying and you were busy selling, you know, it were a bit much.
Yeah,
but,
yeah, yeah.
I don't have to rush back to sell anything Saturday.
Uh-huh.
I think I went 3 days and took £8.
Oh God.
Yeah.
So I get onto the walk over this way then?
Yeah, there's several walks. Where you want to go to?
Well, it says one that I've looked at. I mean, I'm heading towards Mam Tor. So
Yeah, yeah.
it says from the car park, turn up by Castleton, then right again past the youth hostel. But I didn't see
No,
that.
that's the old youth hostel. It's shut now.
Is that? But that's to come down here then, yeah?
So basically, you go over the bridge,
That's what it says on here, yeah.
and there's only one road that's definitely up.
Right.
You go up there, and as the road dwindles out, you go straight ahead. It turns into a muddy path, and within 3 minutes you'll be going through a gate.
Okay, that pretty much what it says on here.
And then you cut across, and you want to keep stopping, looking around the views, looking at the hills at different angles that you don't see very often. It's fantastic, really.
That's what I've got this for.
Yeah.
Well, this must be an old route then, because it says turn past the youth hostel. So how long's that been closed?
Ooh, 10 years.
Really? Well, I guess once I get onto, it's not going to change up there, is it?
These things, they don't think.
Yeah.
You know, you get, the whole thing is just, you're not very conscientious. The people that get paid to do it aren't interested in doing it.
Yeah.
What the people that should do it is the walkers. I was once invited to a meeting about these guided walks, and they invited us there because we were local.
Yeah.
And I said, well, hang on, this walkers come in my shop, 20 times more than me, because they come and literally go for it. The maps, the walking, the footpaths, whereas I'm here.
Yeah.
I don't, once a year, man.
That's it. When it's on your doorstep, you don't appreciate it as much, do you?
No.
Right, I'll get on with it then.
Yeah.
Have a good day, mate.
Right,
Take care. Well, the instruction says beyond the bridge the lane curves up to the left and then heads straight on to become a stony path beyond cottages. So I'm presuming this is where I need to be. Actually, this is not the way. What I've actually done is the reverse of what I did a few years ago. I was coming to a concert in here and then we took the road rather than that path, and that was wrong. And I think what I've done now is I've took the path instead of the road. I'm going to go up and have a look anyway. I know it's going to be closed. Certainly much cooler here. So this is the Peaks Cavern. It's one of 4 in the area, also commonly known as the Devil's Arse. Not exactly sure why it's called the Devil's Arse. Yeah, as you can see, closed, reopening on the 17th of May. Yeah, so as I said, I actually once went to a concert in there, a band called Fairground Accidents, about 3 years ago, and it was a great gig. It's a cracking place to have a gig, as you can imagine. I think the bands that I used to play in, Jungle Line, they also did a concert in there whilst I was in Southeast Asia. Alright, let's try and find the actual route that I'm supposed to be on. I'm going to see if this brings me out on the road. Yeah, this has to be the road, doesn't it, surely? Yep, it says it becomes a stony path after the cottages. So So I'm guessing that's what this is. These don't seem too troubled by me. I'm guessing they're used to having people walking through this field. This is not the way I've come before when I've been on a walk around here. And the guy did say that the youth hostel that the map told me to turn right at has been closed about 10 years, so, but I guess out here everything's going to be the same, I hope. So I think that's Mam Tor over there. Seems to be lots of people and stuff at the top of that one, and I can see paragliders. Probably not be able to make that out. Yeah, so that's where I'm heading, I guess. So at least I'm heading in the right direction. At some point this will bring me to a road, and then I know I'm in the right place. That one's got the best idea. Laid down, chilling out, munching a bit of grass. Oh, it looks like I've come to the road. Strangely though, the map doesn't say anything about Speedwell Cavern, which I'm just approaching now. You thought it would do, wouldn't you? You thought it might say you will come to a road next to Speedwell Cavern. After all, that is one of the main tourist attractions, I guess, in this area. And this one, I think you actually visit. When you visit, you go through the cavern on a boat. Yeah, take an incredible underground journey by boat. That sounds cool. But again, everything's closed, apart from the great outdoors. Now, the map says take a left across the road and then take the path that runs left parallel to the road. Well, this one doesn't do that. Have I gone wrong already? Sorry, something I hope I don't have to walk up there. What the hell? And I was tempted to take the steps down there, but the tavern's right in front of me, and it does say the public footpath to Mam Tor is up here, so I made the right decision. So this is Treak Cliff Cavern. Views are already pretty good. Still got quite a way to go though. So I'm on my way to Blue John Cavern, I hope, I think. So I'm just going to stop for a rest because it's nice views, and I've not eaten anything all day. I've been awake since about 6:30. It's now probably about 12:30, and all I've had is about half a dozen blueberries. So I'm going to tuck into this sausage roll that I bought from the shop in Castleton, £1.20. Let's see what it's like. Took a while to get much flavour. Wasn't very flavourful to start with, but then it started to kick in. I've got the sausage roll buzz. It's not bad. 5.5 out of 10. Okay, now I've had my pork fix, so it's time to keep going and head towards Blue John Cavern. Well, I wasn't expecting a choice, so I had to go to Google Maps to see which direction Blue John's Tavern is. It appears to be this way. Well, I'm not sure it would have mattered. Or maybe it would have, I don't know. Ah, there we go. The Blue John Tavern entrance, just there. Tell you what, I can tell it's been a long time since I've done one of these walks. Jiffing shattered. And I've still got that bloody thing to climb. Now here, at the entrance to Blue John Tavern, there used to be a shop selling ice cream, which was perfect. Something to enjoy just before you tackle that beast. But obviously, it's going to be closed. So I'm going to have to go without. It's a good job I'm fueled on pork. Well, £15 to get in this one for adults. So yeah, as you can see, shop closed, cavern closed. Well, after leaving Blue John Cave, it wasn't, the next step wasn't climbing Mam Tor. The next step was climbing a couple of fields. I see Mam Tor still on my right, so I've just had to cross over these fields. So I've still not even started it yet. I think this is going to bring me to a road, which I think the path goes up the side. Well, this is the start of the Mam Tor climb. Oh, I need a rest. Bloody hell. Time for a rest. View's pretty awesome already. But I've still got a lot to climb. Well, just a little bit of a climb, and then I've got to the top. It's quite easy actually. Well, it took about 10 minutes. I've just come up to this side because I think the views are better on this side. I think that's Winnock's Pass. Mam Tor is actually called, or known as the Shivering Mountain, because over the years there's been many landslides. And a lot of the hills around Mam Tor actually caused by the landslides. They actually used to be part of Mam Tor, and there used to be another road which got closed down because it was just too dangerous. Oh well. Whew. Yeah, so I think I'm going to reach the stone at the top, and then sit down and treat myself to a pork reward. There we go.
Something's happened with Jose.
So now I've reached the top of Mam Tor. It's time to sit down and chill out and reward myself with some more pork based snacks. And I'm hoping that this is going to be a bit better than the sausage roll. And this is a pork pie topped with cheese and Branston pickle. Let's get it done. It's better than the sausage roll. Hello. So that's Mam Tor, and I've just walked all the way down the Great Ridge to a point there, a junction. I could have gone different directions. I'm continuing to walk uphill towards Back Tor. Well, I thought once I'd reached this point that this was Back Tor, but apparently not. Looks like I've got to go much further. I think it's that one up there. I hope the walk does actually carry on and I have to come back on myself. I don't think I do. Look at the views. So that's Castleton, just down there. So I think I came out of Castleton, just where Peak Cavern is there, walked across that field to that road, and then yeah, up there, and then up there. And I'm presuming this walk now is going to take me right over here, and I think that's Hope down there, and I think I will end up in Hope, and then walk back into Castleton. Or I could just stay in Hope. I could do both. Let's do both. I'm not sure what time the last bus is out of Castleton. I have got stranded in here once before. We came to some festival that was in the streets of Castleton, where basically there's like a parade through the town centre, and they stop outside each pub, have a drink, and then move on to the next pub and do the same thing. And the pubs are literally 10 yards apart, so you can imagine what it's like by the end of it. Can't remember the name of the festival. It's not lanterns or something, it's something. There's a symbol of the festival, but I can't remember what it is. I'll find out and I'll put it down here somewhere. But yeah, we went to that and then went for the last bus, only to find out that the last bus was missing, which meant we thought we were going to be stranded. And we managed to find out that there was a train going, I think from Hope. I don't know if there's a train station at Hope, it wasn't that far away. So we had to get a taxi from Castleton to the train station and then get the train back to Sheffield. So we did manage to get home in the end. It was a cool night out, to be honest. It was all very wicker man, as things often are in these tiny little Derbyshire villages. I suppose one benefit of being in lockdown and not being able to travel for the past year is that it's given me a lot of time to do plenty of research. Now originally I was going to get a flight back to, well not back to, but to Timișoara in Romania, which would have been the next place I went to from, where was I? Somewhere in Bosnia, not Bosnia, Serbia, I forget the name of the place. But I was going to get a train from there to Romania and just carry on travelling, but in the end I decided to head back to Budapest and then back to England. So I was going to get a plane to Timișoara and then just continue with my travels. And I had the plane booked for March last year. I was all ready to go, I had the hostel booked, and then obviously lockdown happened. So in the last year, the European leg of my travels have expanded somewhat. So, because I thought if I'm going to Romania, I might as well start, you know, get a flight closer to England and travel a bit more in Europe. So originally I was going to do a bit of Poland, and then it became Germany. So now I think I'm starting in Berlin, doing a little bit of Germany, then heading to Poland and just working my way across Eastern Europe. Forgot what I was going to say. Lost my trail. Something about travelling in Europe. Yeah, so anyway, I'm going to Europe. Oh, that was it. So yeah, so I decided that I would spend 3 months in Europe, because that's all we're allowed now. Because since we got our freedom back, we can now only travel for 3 months in a 6-month period, whereas everyone else in Europe can travel around Europe as much as they want, but I'm restricted to 3 months. So it's not too bad. It could be a bit longer than that, because some of the countries I want to visit to, like Romania and I think Bulgaria and certainly Turkey, are not part of Schengen, so that wouldn't actually count as part of my 3 months in Europe. Knowing my luck, by the time I get out there, Romania and Bulgaria will have joined Schengen, and that will mean that they will become part of my 3 months travel. But as it stands now, they wouldn't be, so I can travel for 3 months in the Schengen and Romania and Bulgaria and Turkey, which is not part of Schengen or the EU and never will be. I make my way across to Georgia, and then I'm not sure from there. I mean, well, another steep climb coming up. I think I'm going to need another rest now. Some more water. Dare I go down there and sit on the edge? Probably not. I'm going to sit here. Check them views out. Well, thankfully the walk doesn't go back on itself, it just continues. So I'm on back tour at the minute, which as you've just seen the views, incredible views, but the walk continues up there to, I think that's Loose Hill, I think it's called, but that's even higher, so onwards we go. Well, I'm shattered now. I've climbed Mam Tor, Back Tor, and now Loose Hill Pike. I think that's the last of the 3, so I'm going to sit and chill out here for a while, taking the views, and then hopefully it will just be a descent into hope. Look at this. Thumbnail. Well, the map's been pretty good so far. Apart from at the beginning where it told me to turn right at the hostel, which has not been there for 10 years, but everything else has been pretty spot on as expected. For example, I've just come out of there and it told me to cross 2 stiles and they were both there. Then it said turn left with the fence and the old wall on your left hand side. So it's fairly descriptive, pretty easy to follow, and pretty soon down here I'm going to have a choice of whether to go directly back to Castleton, which is there, or whether to do a longer walk and go through Hope. And well, we all need a bit of hope in our lives, don't we? No one else has ever made that pun before. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to Hope, have a little wander around there, see if there's anything interesting, and then head back to Castleton, where I can almost taste that pint. Kind of spoke too soon, because I think I did take a wrong turn just after I was saying how amazing the map was, but it wasn't the map's fault, it was actually my fault. Although having said that, the map does tell me to look out for this. But yeah, anyway, I kind of took a style just because I presumed that it was the right thing to do, and I think I should have ignored it. But it's bringing me in this is bringing me in the same direction anyway, into Hope. Time's getting on a bit now. It's like 10 to 3, so I've been going about 3 hours, I think. Time to start just before 12, yeah. So about 3 hours. I'm at Hope, and I reckon it's probably, I don't know how long it takes to walk to Castleton, maybe half an hour or something. So I don't know whether to go back to Castleton or whether to just stay in Hope now, have a beer in Hope, get the bus from there. I think the bus does, well, it does go from Hope, so that is an option. Oh yeah, what a day, what a beautiful day. It's been really good to get back out and enjoy the Peak District again. I've not done it for a long time. So late last year, I think, just as we were about to go into lockdown again. Nice house. I remember going through there. The bridge, yeah, here we go. Bridge over the railway. Wonder if we time it right and get a train passing through. Can't hear any signs of any trains. Well, I think these houses here means that I'm about to enter the village of Hope. So let's see what Hope's got to offer. Look at the size of that little thing. I've had to turn my phone back on because the path put me out just on a housing estate. So I've no idea where the centre of town is, so we'll find out. Excuse me, where do I get to the centre? You know where like the church and just the centre of Hope?
Well, you can go that way.
Yeah? Sorry, go on.
You can go that way and just round onto the bridge, turn left again, and you're on the main street.
All right, thank you. Cheers.
Okay.
Thank you. So, turns out I didn't need my phone after all. Went for the tried and tested age-old method of just actually speaking to someone. Oh, did she say over the bridge? Is that a bridge over there? Oh, she did say a bridge. It's not much of a bridge, but it is a bridge. So, what did she say then? Left and left again. Let's give that a go. I really wanted to not have to check Google Maps and just go on her instructions or directions. But I had to have a sneaky look. And I didn't need to, because across the bridge, turn left and left again. This, what I'm coming up to now, is Castleton Road, which is the main road, connects Hope to Castleton. And if I turn right, I go to Castleton. If I turn left, I go to Hope. So let's go and have a little wander around Hope. So Hope's only a small place, and it's not as reliant on tourists as Castleton is. It's just a little village, Derbyshire village. We'll have a look, see what's going on. Nice looking little coffee shop there. Pub here. Curry cabin. Oh, sounds interesting. Bike shop. Deli. I think that might be it for Hope.
Yeah, they went a bit dark. They went a bit like
That's an interesting church. I don't know if you can see them. Hi. There's some pretty gruesome looking gargoyles on the side of that church. A few people sat chilling out. Bit of an odd place to chill out, I guess, but thanks to them. I do like graveyards, to be honest, so I'm a bit weird in that sense as well. A monument to the inhabitants of Hope, Aston, Thornhill and Shatton. People who lost their lives in the First World War and also the Second World War as well. Right, I've got a decision to make now. I think that's pretty much all there is in Hope. So do I walk back to Castleton and have a drink there, or do I just have a drink in Hope and get the bus from here? I'm going to have a look to see how far it is to get back to Castleton. It would feel incomplete, that's the only problem, because it's a circular loop walk. It would feel weird not going back to the starting point, like I've failed on my mission. So we'll see. Well, I've decided to walk back to Castleton. It doesn't seem right not finishing the walk. It's 34 minutes back to Castleton, so just giving myself a sugar boost. And yeah, I've got my half a pork pie in my bag, which I'm going to get out now and finish that off, and then get back to Castleton and enjoy my beer. And knowing me, I'll probably end up still in there 10 o'clock tonight. But I do have to get a bus home. I do fancy getting a bus back to Sheffield and then just going and sitting in a park somewhere, but we'll see. For now, pork pie. Actually made me jump. Well, I think these are the smallest ones I've seen. I've walked past all of them today. So here we are then, back in Castleton. This one looks closed. I don't think it's got a beer garden. The old Cheshire cheese. Sweet shop that was closed earlier. And the Peak Hotel on this side. Does say it's got a beer garden as well, so that one might be open. The lights are on. Yeah, that one's open. Peak District Eccentric Ale House. That's a new one as well. Didn't know about that. So this is where I got my pork pie from. Peveril stores. They had loads of stuff in there earlier on and there's barely anything left. But the one thing that is left is the vegan sausage rolls. I was going to get one of them as well. Local village shop there. I went in there to see if I could buy just a sandwich, because all the little cafes were just so expensive. So I went in there and they had an egg mayonnaise sandwich, little bread cake, £3.50. I think so. Right, so this is the main street. Nice car. Well, the first thing you come to here is the Old Neg's Head, which looks closed. I don't think it's got a beer garden. Might be wrong, but it's definitely closed anyway. Once I had a Sunday dinner in there. Absolutely bloody dreadful it was. Yeah, so all these, even the shops, are just closed. What's that? 15:30, that's a restaurant. Closed. English tea room. Closed. Used to be an American diner, that. That's an English tea room. Well, this was open earlier on, I think. That's closed now. Right, so this is where I started. This is where the walk began. The tea room's closed. Right, so this is the pub. And there's tables. So there we go. First pint in 6 months. Oh, there's it. Hi mate. First pub pint in 6 months. Wow. Oh, that was good. So that's the end of my day in, where am I? Castleton. Didn't expect to still be here at gone 10 o'clock, and I've just walked through the streets of Castleton to get the last bus home, and there's literally no one around. You can't see because it's very dark, but yeah, I was in the pub and I had a beer and I was going to go for my bus, and then I met a friend that I'd not seen in a long time. So what started off being just my first, enjoying my first pint in a pub, ended up being a full-on session, and it was a lot of fun. So today's been a good day, so I enjoy the rest of the channel. So I'll see you on the next one.